What screams, pretending to be upper class. Talking about how expensive everything you have is, and how much money you have. I've found that truly wealthy people don't feel compelled to talk about it constantly. A friend of mine said that a woman she had to deal with would spend $20 on something worth $10 and then tell her she spent $30 on it. I work at an exotic car rental branch. I have plenty of customers who rent our cars and ask us to take the tags off the key ring. Understandable. Then I have some that insist they get the same license plate each time and will flip out if I give them the same model as usual but with the plate one digit off. They are trying to make the appearance to whoever that they own the car and get themselves in a trap where they have to keep renting to keep up the illusion. That charade never lasts long. Putting entrepreneur on any social media platform bio. Constantly altering your pink Chanel suit to fit in at a country club. McMansions without curtains or furniture in the upstairs. Throwing parties every week and calling everyone old sport. Talking about possessions, slipping dollar amounts into conversations. Act like you've been there before. Getting married in a big fat wedding by taking out loans, borrowing from friends. Plus, getting super expensive rings when you can't afford 1/10 of it. This may not be as bad as some of the other answers, but a friend of mine took out a loan for $250,000. I promise, I am not exaggerating this number, to pay for her dream wedding, to a guy she had known for 3 months. They got divorced after less than a year, and she is still in debt from it. $5,000 purse with no money in it. My uncle and his wife are perfect examples. They bought a brand new Mercedes that they can't afford, live in a house that's too big for them, bought their kids expensive bikes that were never used, and what did they use to pay for all this? If you guess credit cards, then you are correct. Credit cards and loans from my grandmother, which they will never pay back. Then they make fun of my mother and I for being working class. Might as well spit on my grandfather's grave since he was working class through and through. Shopping in the curtains aisle of Walmart and openly declaring to me, an employee trying to zone, that we have no taste. One of my husband's best friends comes from a filthy rich family. Think billions. We went to his wedding a few years ago, and the social experiment that ensued was beyond fascinating. The guests themselves were a mix of anyone, from broke college kids, us, to doctors, to millionaires and billionaires. Some trends definitely emerge amongst the people who were obviously self-conscious about their wealth though. They were frequently dismissive, and sometimes downright rude, to the serving staff. They made sure logos of their belongings were plainly in sight. Your hotel room is literally connected to the reception venue, so I know you didn't need to bring your $1,200 Canada Goose parka to dinner. They also made sure to talk loudly about their expensive plans for the future, highlighting any wealth-related attributes in the process. Oh well, my girlfriend is graduating medical school next year, so we're starting to look at houses, mostly in the $800K to $1 mil range. It was a stark contrast against the people who were comfortable with their social status, wealthy or otherwise, who were all just happy to be there, having fun, drinking, and wholly unworried about which stranger they'll never meet again. 20 dudes who pooled their money to pay for one bottle service table at a Vegas club.